I think by and large we've achieved to reinforce the fundamental right to freedom of assembly in our country, and the Nigerians are not slaves in their country, and that we are not a conquered people, because it was almost appearing that Nigeria was an annex of the BWALA Tinubu empire, and many of the traditional rulers who had gone to pay homage in the presidential villa, and also traditional religious leaders, you know, and who were now trying to compel people not to protest. It was beginning to look like a monarchy. But on August 1st, 2024, we proved to the Nigerian people that we are not a conquered people, and that we do not cower in the face of intimidation, threats, and harassment. In fact, the security architecture in the country practically was threatening the entire nation, that they must not protest, you know. But we proved it. The protests did happen. The protests are not yet over. So people who are in government or supporters or sympathizers of government should not celebrate yet. Nigeria is like the Titanic. Nigeria is going through unimaginable turbulence. The only people who are having a good time are those who are in government, or sympathizers of those who are in government. If you look all around us, people are wearing different kinds of life jackets just to barely survive. You know, businesses are folding up daily. Even international businesses are exiting the country. When we, the protesters, we asked for rice, we never at any point asked for rice in the course of the good governance protest, but the government was sharing rice even before the protest, during the protest, and after the protest. We asked for an improved security architecture for the country. The government is sharing rice. We asked that they bring back subsidy. The government is sharing rice. We asked that they amend the constitution to have a people-oriented constitution, because this particular constitution was written by the military. They just gathered together and wrote the constitution. We asked for a people-oriented constitution. They are sharing rice. The people asked for cheaper fuel, and that the refineries in the country should work. They share rice. So rice sharing is not the solution to our economic, societal, and political problem. We asked for cutting costs of governance in the country. The president buys a new presidential jet. He launches it in grand style. He goes off to go and chill in France. So this government, they are insensitive. They are deaf and dumb. Even if protesters were to negotiate with the government, unarmed protesters across the country, they shot and killed them. That's the kind of government you want to negotiate with. The fears of the protesters that if they had a leader, that they would be targeted were justified during the protest, because even right here, I was right there in Eagle Square, and the police were attacking us, unarmed protesters. It took the intervention of even other security agencies to tell the police to stop attacking protesters right here. The police attacked journalists. Thank God your colleagues. I saw at least 3 of your colleagues from this media platform who were at the stadium when the police attacked us. So when people come and say that the protesters were not ready to negotiate, how can you say people are not ready to negotiate when the government is not making any attempt to meet any demands before the protesters? I was on this platform before the protest, and I said the president can still prevent this protest from even taking place in the first place, that the president can meet 1 or 2 of the demands of the protesters. And if the president does so, I even suggested that if the president brings back fuel subsidy, that he will be celebrated in this country. And that because there's already fuel subsidy, so the idea of saying that subsidy is gone is a scam, is a lie. That in fact, we pay triple what we used to pay for subsidy. In fact, this president should return us back to the subsidy regime of Buhari, which was better for the nation, when a liter of fuel was selling for 167 naira. Now, no subsidy. We are paying almost 1 trillion naira per month. Under Buhari,
we almost 1,000.
Yes,
not a trillion.
Yes. So
right.
Under Buhari, we were paying almost about 300 and something billion per month.
Right.
To cushion the effect of fuel subsidy. So
okay, you mean overall?
Overall
payment.
Overall
okay.
payment.
You were talking about
overall payment. That's what I'm talking about.